of 3 at Progressive Field. 7:10 is your first pitch tonight. Same time tomorrow night, and then the Guardians will hang around and host the Astros through the weekend. Those cheating Astros. So, Boston, Cleveland, tonight around the corner. Here on WMMS, your FM home for Cleveland Guardians baseball, and available on the iHeartRadio app.
Ooh.
Wherever you listen. If you listen to us on the app from out of state or out of the country, quite frankly,
What?
let me know where you are, whether you are a domestic or international bureau chief. I'd like to know where you listen. I heard from Laura. She and her husband listen in Stuttgart, Germany, because they are stationed there. Moop is a recent bureau chief. He's in Severna Park, Maryland, outside Baltimore. Steve's in Tooele, Utah. Ken's in Pittsburgh. Let me give you a really old OG bureau chiefs. Christine in Vegas, Jason in Charlotte, Jessica in Manhattan, Mike in Rochester, James in Tampa. But wherever you are, thanks if you listen. It's not always easy to listen on the app. Sometimes it can be a little labor intensive, but I do appreciate the effort. The very opposite of our own Mary Santora, who is prone, in front of children, mind you, to yell, F you mustard.
Listen.
During...
Sometimes when you're passionate about a specific subject, you have to share your passion with the world, Alan. And it's not my fault.
I guess you can't blame people for being passionate about condiments. This is Ohio. The guy that went viral, though, was the guy at the game last night who is like right behind the dugout or somewhere. And he's got a wooden spoon, and he's tearing up a giant jug of mustard. Do you see this guy?
Yeah.
No.
Giant jug of mustard.
Go at it.
Oh, hold on. Let me show it to you. He's living his best life. He must have stolen something from the clubhouse, or I don't know what.
Mustard is soup.
Oh, yeah. Oh. So, yeah, that guy loves that's like a Brian Kenny level of love for mustard.
Mustard is fine.
Oh, that's right, because Brian Kenny would do the mustard shots.
Cleveland
on his-
mustards.
Yeah.
I like mustard. We grew up being taught to have an unnatural hatred for ketchup. But as an adult, somebody who can choose my own condiments, there have been, on occasion, times where I will put ketchup on a hot dog.
That's it.
It's heretical where I come from.
Then you're not allowed to talk about being from Chicago anymore. You're officially a Clevelander. You're not from Chicago if you're putting ketchup on a hot dog, is what I hear, Alan.
Well, I mean, again, I can't.
Alan.
There are also people who tell you that you're not supposed to be eating thin crust pizza, but those people are stupid too. You don't always want a giant doorstop of cheese for dinner. But only once in a while. You know, we were grilling this past weekend, and I made hot dogs, and I had one, and I didn't put any ketchup on it. I just put relish and mustard, and that was fine for me. It tastes great. But this guy, I would never eat out of a giant jug of mustard with a wooden spoon.
Is there anything you would eat jug style?
Condiment?
Yeah.
A condiment, a jug size.
Maybe barbecue sauce. I like barbecue sauce a lot.
But there's so many different kinds of that,
Sweet
too.
Baby Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I couldn't do ketchup. I couldn't do honey mustard.
Couldn't do ranch.
Couldn't do
if
if I wasn't
ranch is
lactose
grossing me
intolerant, I
out,
might be
but
able to do ranch.
I don't know. Like, I think
barbecue is probably the
barbecue
closest.
sauce is the closest because it's just. But again, like he wasn't. It's not like he ate the whole thing. He was skimming the sides at the end.
But even that's
still a
mouthfuls
lot.
of
That's still a lot.
mustard.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he had.
Yeah.
I don't love mustard. I like it because it's a 0-calorie condiment, to be honest with you. If I never ate mustard again, I would be fine with that. But I put it on my turkey sandwiches, and even sometimes if I get a bite that's like it gushes a little bit, I'm like, it's hard to swallow.
Well, we had Gwen had grilled some pork the other night, so we were having pork and vegetables, and I had some barbecue sauce with that. Of course, we had G. Hughes. You got to go G. Hughes.
I've never had that.
Sugar-free, gluten-free, fructose-free. It's delicious.
Probably tastes like tofu.
Tastes like barbecue sauce.
Grass.
How's a guy going to sell smokehouse barbecue sauce if it doesn't taste like barbecue sauce?
All right, we got to do a blind taste test. That versus Sweet Baby Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's is going to be 100% better. It's full of sugar and additives and preservatives.
And flavor.
And flavor.
Yeah, but I don't know
Well,
if
you said it's so good, though.
I don't know if you guys have noticed they've been replicating sugar without sugar for decades now.
Yeah, and it's never tasted good.
It
No, it
tastes
doesn't taste the
exactly
same.
No, it
the
doesn't.
same.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it
doesn't.
does.
You're wrong.
It's always got a
In
weird
something like
flavor.
barbecue sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can taste fake sugar anywhere.
All
dude.
right, well, maybe you're right, but I like G. Hughes.
I actually, so
Hashtag not an ad.
barbecue chips were on my list of top 5 favorite chips, okay? But it's specifically Snyder's barbecue chips because they are a little bit sweeter. And then my friend mentioned Grippos. Have you guys ever had Grippos?
Grippos, is that a local thing?
I have no idea, but I brought a bag of them with me for lunch today because she ordered, I guess she had like boxes of
That's
them
a
from
Cincinnati
Amazon.
chip, I think.
But she was saying that their sauce is like, her husband loves it because it's a little bit spicy. I'm not a fan of a spicy barbecue, especially on a chip, I feel like. But I like a sweeter sauce as far as a barbecue goes.
Okay. Well, yeah, and I've never had Grippos.
What about pizza sauce? Could you eat that with
I
a
only
spoon?
eat. I only eat.
I could do pizza sauce with
Is
a spoon.
marinara technically a condiment? You dip
I mean, you
mozzarella
can dip
sticks in
stuff
it.
People
in it,
treat
yeah.
everything
Yeah.
as a condiment. There's people
Maybe
drinking
salsa.
gravy out
I could
there.
probably do salsa.
Salsa is America's #1 condiment.
Yeah.
I feel like that's got to be updated. I do not believe that anymore.
Salsa, not mayonnaise?
I mean, salsa was for a while.
I can't.
There were more people that were into salsa than mayonnaise. I only eat barbecue wrap snacks. So,
They're very good.
Lil Boosie's Heat.
I got some wrap snacks a couple weeks ago, and they were
They're legit.
really good.
Rick Ross sweet chili lemon pepper. Come on, man. Nobody's going to be mad at you for that. But no, I can't imagine a condiment that I would sit there and eat with a giant spoon.
Not one?
No.
What about like balsamic dressing?
Maybe I'm forgetting something. No, I don't care for mayonnaise.
Balsamic dressing
all right,
isn't mayonnaise.
th-
No.
the
I'm
salsa
going through
thing-
them.
Oh.
No for the balsamic. I mean, again, dressing, it's for a salad. And you're supposed to use it kind of conservatively.
Okay, in this scenario, we're
I
eating.
understand. And I said no. I don't know how many times I have to say no.
Right.
No.
But you're like, well, no, because that's
No,
for salad. Like,
it
any of
is.
this makes sense. I think
That
marinara
salsa stuff,
salsa.
that salsa #1 condiment thing, is just salsa propaganda.
You know what I could see? I could see myself eating a small jar of
Figs.
pickle relish.
Okay, because
Okay.
it's kind of just pickles.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Sweet relish?
All right, here's the
Like the Heinz stuff?
here's the top condiments.
Mhm.
Number 5 is salsa.
Mhm.
Number 4 is mayonnaise.
When is this from?
And
where?
Popularcondiments.com.
foodsmart.com.
Okay.
I think it's from yesterday. I can't find the date on it. But salsa, mayonnaise. Number 3, hot sauce.
Mhm.
Number 2, mustard. Number 1, ketchup.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I guess it's all sugar.
Ooh, you know what I really like? Thousand Island. I don't think I could eat
Ooh, but you can eat
spoonfuls of it,
spoonfuls of it.
but I love
That's like
Thousand Island
that's
dressing.
that's one where once there's too much Thousand Island though, it overpowers everything and it
Not
sucks.
for me.
Oh really?
because
I
like
can't like if I get too much Thousand Island, like a good amount of it is great, but once you go over that, it's overwhelming and gross.
so I like a patty melt dipped in Thousand Island, right? And when I have a patty melt, I mean I am taking every single bite and dipping it. Not like, here, let me put a little bit on here. I'll probably use 6 to 8 ounces of Thousand Island when I have a patty melt.
What about
Maybe
a
more
corned
than
beef
that.
Reuben?
Or a Reuben, yeah.
Mhm.
A Reuben, a patty melt, a Big Mac pizza. That's all Thousand Island, Big Mac sauce-esque. But I love me some Thousand Island.
Well, that guy at the ball game last night really loves mustard.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people by now know about the. They might recognize the word bromelain. A lot of people know this because people who have issues with eating pineapples,
Me.
they say, "Oh, there's something in it that's called bromelain, and that kind of reacts with people's taste buds." And some people will say, "I can't eat pineapple because it feels like it's burning my tongue." Well, what pineapples are actually doing, I was reading this yesterday, the proteins in pineapples, what they're actually doing are eating you.
Yeah, they're eating the soft tissue of your mouth.
Yes.
That's why it hurts.
When you're eating a pineapple, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I like pineapple, but I've never had that feeling. Some people, they're like, and I think that's where the bromelain comes in, is they go, oh, some people cannot eat pineapple because it's painful.
It hurts. Yeah, I can eat like a piece, maybe two. Or if it's like a garnish on a drink or something like that. But if I have more than two pieces of pineapple, my mouth starts to physically hurt.
Here's a doctor talking about what's going on there when the pineapple's eating you.
Pineapples contain a proteolytic enzyme known as bromelain. This, combined with the natural pineapple acid, starts to chow down on your meat. It breaks down protein. And since your body is made of proteins, the pineapple tries to digest you, starting with your tongue and mucous membranes in your oral cavity.
You'll never get my proteins, pineapple. You'll never get them.
Sounds like a good weekend at Poundcake's house.
Starts to chow down on your meat.
Ew. On your meat.
Don't chow down on my meat.
Yeah, that's right. Starts to chow down on your meat.
Starts to chow down on your meat.
I don't use tea first.
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, but do you use bromelain?
Starts to chow down on your meat.
No.
You're getting stabbed by thousands of tiny needles called raphides, and those needles contain calcium oxalate, and it pokes holes in your cell membranes when you're eating pineapple. It begins to chow down on your meat.
Starts to chow down on your meat.
That's right.
Yeah, I had a mixed fruit over the weekend, and half of it was pineapple.
What was the mix? Grapes,
was-
strawberries,
No,
blueberries.
Strawberries,
Dragon fruit,
blueberries,
star fruit.
blackberries. Keep naming them. You'll get there.
Peaches, plums.
No,
peaches,
no,
peaches,
no,
peaches,
no,
peaches,
no,
peaches,
no.
peaches.
Strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries,
Oh, I think I'd be
pineapple, melon, both
Yum. cantaloupe
and honeydew,
Oh, not water?
and water.
I was going to say, that is the traditional summertime melon.
That was my $23 fruit plate.
Oh, yeah, right.
Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I always forget because when I get like a side of fruit or whatever, I always ask if there's kiwi in it because I'm allergic to kiwi, and I have to remind myself that I gotta start asking if there's pineapple in it because I don't want that either. It's taking up real espace. That could be.
The real estate
Did
in
it
my
start
mouth.
eating your mouth right now?
Dude, I had 2 pieces over the weekend. My tongue's not back to normal yet.
Starts to chow down on your meat.
My meat has been chowed.
Yeah, I've been chowing down on her meat.
336.
What about plums? Some people have a hard time with plums.
All right, I like
Plums, peaches, mangoes. I don't like the texture. It's like stringy.
What about a prune? What about a dried prune? Keep things moving.
No.
Oh.
I
All
like
right.
dried like cranberries on salads.
I don't care for those.
I don't
Like
like stone
craisins?
fruits.
Raisins are.
You don't like stone fruits?
That's plums, peaches.
Yeah.
Anything with a pit. I
Yeah.
like cherries.
I remember when we had craisins for the first time in the house and put it on a salad. I was like, this isn't going to be good. And my mom's like, just take a bite. And I had it. I was like, oh, that's crazy. That I love craisins.
But at some point in this country, they started referring to prunes as dried plums. And I don't know if that's marketing. Like people are like, prunes. Blah.
Probably.
And they were like, we'll just call them dried plums, which is what they've been the entire time.
I don't mind a prune.
Love a prune. Man, you give me a droop, I'm all in it.
Alan, quick test. What do you call a dried grape? Still doesn't have it. All these years.
A powder fruit.
Ew.
A raisin.
There you go.
Raisin.
Lock it in.
Thank you.
Raisin was the word that I misspelled in front of the whole school in the spelling bee.
You spelled it Rasaien.
I did. R-A-Y.
Why? I didn't even give you a Y. A
R-A-Y.
Y? What grade?
S-S-R-A-Y-S-S.
You did not.
I-I-N-N-N-E.
You did. All right, you got me.
No, I
What
spelled
place
it.
did you come in?
462nd. Rasin?
Yeah. It was definitely elementary school, but I can't remember how old I was. I feel like it was like
Well, a lot of
first or
people do.
second grade.
A lot of people do. You missed the middle I. A lot of people will do S-E-N or
Yeah.
S-O-N. Yeah.
I came in 4th place in the spelling bee in 5th grade, and I cannot. They're like, you'll never forget the word that you misspelled, and I cannot tell you what it is.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, those are.
But it was one that I was like, I actually knew that. I just like got a little too nervous and said it.
That's always
wrong.
annoying.
Yeah.
A few
I could've
years
said it.
back, our friend Mike Polk Jr. does a drunk spelling bee on 4th of July. And every time you go up for a new round, you have to take a shot before you spell your word.
Yep.
I made it pretty far into the finals. And then the word that I misspelled was camouflage.
It was
And I was like,
sobriety.
yeah, sobriety.
S-U-B.
Ooh, camouflage is a tricky
Well,
one.
that's why I was like, there's no shot. Even if I wasn't a half a bottle of Jack Daniels in, I can't. There's like two secret CAMOUFLOUAGE.
No, just one U.
I thought there was, see, this is where I get messed up. I thought
Right in the
there were
middle.
two.
Yeah.
Camouflage.
Yeah.
Move.
That's a hard one.
I forget the one that the one year that we went. Our daughter was like 6 months old when we went to that. It would have been 2016. And yeah, they and as a spelling bee nerd, of course, I was on my high horse.
I got this.
Yeah, I think third round I was out.
What did you misspell? Humility?
I don't even remember. I was hammered. I don't remember. Humility. Hey, listen, man. There's nothing to brag about if you grew up a spelling bee nerd. Nobody's patting you on the back for that one. You got a little bit of money for college and you got some dumb trophies, but that's it. Nobody's like, ooh, let me hang out with you. Do you have spelling bee stories for me? But
Tell me about all the spelling bees.
tell me about all the words
and the
you missed.
perfect attendance.
Oh my goodness.
You say so.
And the hyphens and umlauts were in there too. Oh,
Use it
what a
in
panty moistener.
Use it in a sentence.
Mhm.
Origin of.
Yeah,
what is
was
it?
a country of origin.
Language of origin? Yeah, country of origin.
They didn't ask us that. That was only that was how you stalled.
Yeah.
Could you, what's the country of origin? Like, you know, the country of origin. Like, that's going to help you. How is that going to help you spell the word? If you know
Because
if you know it's from the Ottoman Empire.
Well, because there's like silly.
there's certain rules
Yeah.
that, like, if you know the origin of the word, if it is a certain thing, you know how they spell things in that country.
Yeah, but I never once saw anybody get helped by asking that question. That's just stalling.
Yeah, well,
They give you reams of paper filled with words to study. And they're like, you could have any one of these words. There's 26 letters in the alphabet. Every one of these packs is like 40 pages of 8-point font filled with columns of words. And they're like, there you go. It's going to be one of these. And if the word's hyphenated and you don't put the hyphen in, you're out. So, no, I never saw anybody, anecdotally, in my time, I never saw anybody nail the word after going, oh, the country of origin was, if it's a European country, maybe.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but by that time, if you're a spelling bee nerd, you already know how that stuff shakes out. You already know those countries of origin. Like, you know what the French words are and the Spanish words and the Asian words and, But, whatever.
Cody, what's the last word you misspelled?
Everything.
Menus to society.
E-V-R-Y.
T-H-A-N-G.
Earthang.
Earthang.
Oh, yeah, menus to society. I don't know. I misspelled things, but I don't think that I misspelled them, so I don't know what I misspelled until someone tells me.
Spell privilege.
P-R-I-V-L-E-D-G.
VL.
Privilege is how he spelled it.
Privilege.
Yeah, like he's on the side of a building.
I was trying to spell conscious the other day, and I spelled it so wrong that it's like the Bill Burr bit. Where, like, you ever spell something so wrong that spell check's like, I can't help you. I don't know what you're trying to spell.
I got nothing.
Mm-hmm. Spell lucrative.
Humir Bill.
You.
L-U-C-R-A-T-I-V-E.
Hey.
Sorry, he got it. I hit the wrong one. I'm sorry. That was pilot error. He did. He got it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're right. Spell malady.
Malady?
You know the
Like
word malady?
formality?
No, malady, like an illness. Do you know the word malady?
Country of origin, please.
Spain, probably.
Okay.
Latin.
M.
The country of Latin.
Okay, if it's a Latin word, then that changes things. I'm still gonna spell it the same. M-A-L-L-I-T-I-E.
What? M-A-L? What did he say?
M-A-L-L.
I-T. Mality. Hello, milady.
Hello, milady.
Come, my lady.
You're my butterfly.
Come,
my
milady.
baby.
Malady, M-A-L-I-T-Y.
M-A-L-A-D-Y, like
Milady.
M-A, lady, yeah, milady.
Oh,
yeah.
my lady.
But again, if you don't know the word, it'd be hard to spell. I'm going to break here. If you want to send a